All right, now let's use the quadratic formula for a non-real complex solution. So 4x squared is equal to 3x minus 5. Let's go ahead and get everything over to one side so that it's easy to plug into our formula. So 4x squared minus 3x plus 5 is equal to 0. And now we have our a, our b, and our c that we can plug into our quadratic formula. So plugging it in, we'll have x is equal to negative b, or negative 3. So again, careful with your signs. This is a positive here, plus or minus. And then we'll have our b squared, or negative 3 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 4. And then our c is 5. All divided by 2 times a, which is 4. Okay, so simplifying this, we will have 2 times 4, which is 8, so 3 divided by 8, plus or minus the square root of 9 minus 80, divided by 8. And if you notice, we're going to end up with an I underneath the square root, so let's just be mindful of that. We'll have 3/8 plus or minus the square root of negative 71 divided by 8. And we know that the square root of negative 1 is actually I, so we can simplify this by saying 3/8 plus or minus square root of 71i, all divided by 8, and that is going to be our solution. Okay, so let's look at solving a cubic equation. We have this thing called the sum of cubes formula and also the difference of cubes formula, where the sum of cubes formula is a to the third plus b to the third, and that's going to be equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. And then our difference of cubes formula is going to have a to the third minus b to the third, and that's going to be equal to a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So applying this sum of cubes formula, let's go ahead and look at this first example here. So first example, we have x to the third plus 125. Let's go ahead and plug it in. So essentially we're just dealing with an a here, and then this is going to be our b. So our b, what we know is that b is going to be the cubed root of 125, which is just going to be equal to 5. So let's plug this into our equation and see what we get. So we have x plus 5, and then we'll have x squared minus 5x plus 25, and this will give us x plus 5 is equal to 0, and then we'll have x squared minus 5x plus 25 is equal to 0. And now we can go ahead and solve for x in both of these equations to get our answer. So this one's pretty easy. X is just going to be equal to negative 5 for one of them. Now our second one, what we can do is use our quadratic formula to solve for this one. So our a is going to be 1, our b will be negative 5, and then our c will be 25. So plugging that into our equation, we will have x is equal to b, negative b, which will be 5, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which will be negative 5 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 25, all divided by 2 times a, which is 1. And simplifying this, we are left with 5 divided by 2, plus or minus the square root of 25 minus 100, all divided by 2, and we're going to have a negative underneath our square root, so we do need to simplify that one as well. X will be equal to 5 divided by 2, plus or minus these, let's see, plus or minus 5 square root of 3i, all divided by 2. And that's going to be our final solution.